15 seconds to go. Wolick going to move his record to 15-8. Solis, one last chance. Not enough in the tank. The Lions going to win at 74. Wolick wins it 4-3. And he's just turtling up here, waiting for his opportunity to break loose. Gets to his feet, but back down he goes. Matt return. And back points. Greeny hanging on for dear life here. Lights out. Kolioko with the pin in the first period at 33. From the Levian Gymnasium on the campus of Columbia University, it's time for NCAA Division I Wrestling here on ESPN+. Number 20 Pitt comes into Columbia as these teams square off. Sam Cooperman, joined by four-time All-American and 2019 national champ Anthony Ashnault, as we get things going here from the Big Apple. And Anthony, we were just talking off air, a lot of big names on this Pittsburgh lineup. Columbia's got a few as well. Who are some guys you're really looking forward to seeing here today?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all the Columbia guys. And first off, Sam, I'm just excited to be here with you. So thanks for the great introduction. But, you know, a lot of Jersey guys in this Columbia lineup. When I grew up in Jersey, went to Rutgers. So this first one, Nick Babin, man, looking forward to him. I get to train with the New York City Regional Training Center now as well. So I see a lot of these Columbia guys. But
here we go to 157 at Columbia's Levian Gymnasium. Sam Cooperman, Anthony Ashnault with you. Caesar Alvin going for the Lions in the home blue. Dejan Casto, number 21 in the nation, comes in 3-2. Alvin 9-3, and really strong international background for him. Pan Am Games, he got a bronze this year for Brazil. Also a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So certainly a guy that's not going to back down in this kind of spot.
Yeah, and he had a lot of experience, able to go to the World Championships and compete there for Brazil as well, where, you know, I was there as a training partner. I got to run into him and get one training session in while he was there. And not only is that as exciting when you're able to wrestle in a tournament like that, but it's just so much exposure to the highest level of wrestling. And I can only think it helped him this summer and all the training he's been doing for Brazil in the freestyle training circuit would just help him for this college season, whether it's confidence or just see him going upper body here, different types of moves maybe.
Nice little scramble brewing here, and they both back away. Alvin top 8 in the recent Cliff Keen Invitational out in Las Vegas, and his second year at Columbia last year, going 13-4, undefeated in duels, so strong way to enter at a Springfield, Mass.
Yeah, he, you know, one of the terms we used a lot at Rutgers was like a gamer, someone that turns it on when the lights are on, and he just reminds me of one of those guys that, like, wherever kind of state he's in, maybe he's not 100% healthy or whatever it may be, he always turns it on when it's time to go. And, you know, I love that about certain athletes when they shine when the lights are on. Oh, big pancake, though.
Casto aggressive. He's got at least 2. And right now, just a matter of salvaging that for Caesar Alvin.
Wow, I think that could have been a 2 count, easily not a 4 count, but you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. Casto up to a 6-0 start, very fast here.
Got him on the takedown, then the back point, so driver's seat for Dejan Casto out of Erie, PA.
To me, it looked like Alvin was able to come out of the zone, way out of the zone, and then it should have been like a new start of the count, but, you know.
And we'll see if that gets clarified. Maybe something got lost in the sauce there, but I'm pretty sure I saw the 2 and then the 4. So.
No, for sure. You see these pit wrestlers like with a plan on top. They're really going to work on top. Even though we're on the edge over there, it's like he's threatening a turn.
Yeah, Casto, guy who's like a bunch of these pit wrestlers, made it to the blood rounds. 2022 SoCon champ at the Citadel, and off to a strong start. They get the stall warning on bottom.
Yeah, Pitt got busy, man. They got this guy, Casto, transfer from the Citadel, then the next week We're gonna see Holden Heller transfer from Hofstra. Pitt got busy, man. They want to be competitive right now.
Well, it's the rich getting richer, right? It's how it goes, and the way eligibility is certainly transformed in this new era, and especially during the COVID year that everybody gets, as Alvin gets checked out here. It gives teams like this the ability to bring in talent from other schools that have extra years left, and also keep the guys like a Philippi, now in his 7th year in NCAA, on the roster, and gives you a lot of depth.
Yeah, and Pennsylvania wrestling is king of youth and high school level. So their talent is so deep. So it just turns the heads to the college level. They want to support Pitt, Lehigh, Penn State, UPenn. So all those guys, whether they're from out of the state or in state, we see that. I'm from New Jersey. I see that. I loved Penn State growing up. I liked Pitt growing up. So it's one of those schools that have a little bit more history, and they've been around for a long time. Dapper Dan high school matches, all-star match, which is Team USA versus Team PA, is a huge high school event. It's always been hosted at University of Pittsburgh. It's just a lot of tradition there, and their coaching staff's killer right now.
Don't you think your coach would have wanted you to give Lockhaven a shout out there too, Anthony?
I actually did like Lockhaven because my brother went there for 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know that either. So a lot of Pennsylvania schools, like you mentioned, and Alvin is in some considerable pain here.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. It was very weird restart. They restarted, and it was kind of like Casto knew something was up, and he was nice about it. Kind of just stood up with him and let him call his injury time. But yeah, my brother did go to Lockhaven for 2 years, and he graduated high school in about maybe 2007 or 8, and so around that time I was aware of them. I didn't really know much about them at the time. Maybe that Kerry Colat went there. That was about it, which is a legendary wrestler who coaches at Navy now. And I wore a little Lockhaven 2-piece singlet when I was in middle school for a couple tournaments. So I was a fan. I was definitely a fan. All the Pennsylvania schools.
Yeah, there's certainly a great tradition in that state, and Jersey's certainly one of the ones that's trying to build that kind of tradition. And we got 7-0 on the scoreboard, and let's see if Alvin can zero back in. An odd start to the second period, and Casto was able to build that up early with that 6-point move he had middle of the first.
Yeah, and Casto, the coaches want him to go on his feet, thinking Alvin's a little compromised, which he does look a little compromised body-wise. I don't know if it's his ankle or his knee.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't look right. He was aggressive from the start, but now they're going to go 2 for 1 here as Casto looks to build up those points and see if he can hit that 15-point threshold in the second.
Gets hit with a stalling and another point awarded.
And so now a 10-point cushion at 11-1. Team score still 9-6 Columbia. That forfeit at 41 giving the Lions the lead, but 20th-ranked Pitt has a chance to jump them here with this 57 bout.
Yeah, this is a big match for Casto to be able to probably come away with bonus is huge for his team. Doesn't just tie it up at 9. They're going to look to take the lead here.
Well, at 65 coming up next, we got Josh Ugansanya and Holden Heller of Pitt, both ranked guys, as score builds to 13-1 here, and Casto looking to shut the door pretty quickly.
Yeah, 13-1.
And he does have the riding time over 1:30 here.
Looking for a crossface cradle. Just kind of dominating him on top right now.
And just get a 5 count in here, and that would wrap this thing up for good. Alvin doing his best to squirm away, but in some trouble.
Looking for more back points here.
Yeah, 2 minutes of riding time for Dejan Casto. The Cathedral Prep grad is in business here in New York, and will go into the third with a massive lead.
If Alvin could find a way to keep this just to a major decision, that'd be big too. So, like we were saying before, 97 and heavyweight are some heavy hitters. Bonacorsi, national runner-up. We're gonna see probably bonus points in favor of Pitt there. So, if he could limit this to just a major decision, it gives just keeps them in the match, keeps the Lions in the match here. Hopefully give them a chance to knock off Pitt for the first time.
Yeah, that is the unique nature of a dual meet. Wrestling does change a touch because Major versus Tech, that's a team point that becomes crucial. Is Alvin able to break away, or rather, beg your pardon on that, Casto able to break away, and he brings that lead up to 13, and now just one more takedown will seal the deal.
I got a text from Joe Fongaro as we're doing this here. He said we did a good job recognizing the Fongaro family. Appreciated it.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in, Joe, and hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh. Whoa! Caesar Alvin able to get a lateral drop to a pin, down 14-1. Holy heck.
We were talking about Alvin like, can you just hang in there and take a 4-point loss? Kid's got other ideas.
Oh,
huge for the Lions.